Done well.
Yeah. Legends live forever. What me do? Left me name now hurt like a king. Tell her lift up them skirt, what a thing. Boy, you will get hurt, shut a fling. I know me alone at the world that I sing. Enough money, broke pocket that I sin. Bad man, get a bump, pop a pin. What a pin, don't want see the black a win. Cash a swing, bed never have a proper spring. Fuck a pool, by a beach, make mama swim. Mill a school, and teach you some other thing. She fuck one, you know matter, you fall like him. Yeah, I watch him man gathering. And every black man a king. Every black man a king. Mad dog watcha. Money up, man a push weight at a gym. If you move a move, you young dog what a flip. Snake style, fake smile, watch a grin. Me shoot first, the place while shot a grim. Grum plate, leather seat, proper rim. Black braid, another brain got a bring. Champagne, gal a puke. I grade, man a float Aladdin. 10 different account dog, bag a pin. Man some moose, a bag a gold, bag a bling. She want a shout, I have to put the dagger in. And if you black man every black man a king. Every black man a king. Every black man and every black man a king. Every black man a king. This is family, close range, now your face, rock your chin. Chance for your sight, them they so slim. Lights out or the ends they so dim. Who survive, shot in a them end just a ring. Born hustle and no sleep, fuck me napping. Y'all left from work from a bus the stocking. Stuff me cocking, then she cut go clacking. My girl try tell me you love me lacking. One rich, like a jugs me stacking. Pull up full of top to the brim. Two girl in the top, them a twin. Yeah, and if I'm black man and every black man a king. Every black man a king. Every black man and every black man a king. Every black man a king.
My grandson, no weapon that form against you shall prosper. And every tongue that rise up against you shall be condemned in judgment. The Lord will continue to cover you under his blood. The world is yours. You're going to spread your wings as an eagle. God bless you. No weapon and every tongue that rise up against you shall be condemned in judgment. The mouth of the Lord have spoken. Love you, my grandson. For you, I am praying.
All right, guys. How are we doing? How are we doing? Big up to everyone passing through tonight. Big up to everyone passing through. How are we doing, guys? Big up to everyone. Every single person passing through tonight. It's a revolutionized era, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Today is May 11th, guys. May 11th. It's a Monday. Anywhere in the world that you are, big up on yourself. Happy Slip and Slide Monday, guys. How are we feeling tonight? It's a pleasure to have you guys here tonight. Big up to the chat. See One Side Place as checking in the building from early. Big up yourself, One Side Place. Thank you for passing through tonight. Big up your damn self. Big up yourself. Shout out to my members, guys. I believe I have 95 of you guys so far. 95 members, guys. Can you believe it? 95 members. All right. Big up to my special shout out to my members, guys. Remember, it's not too late to be a part of my membership program. Big up, guys. Big up to one and all. Today, guys. Today, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel. That's Mellz Vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pin that in the chat real quickly. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Guys, just go over there if you have not done so yet. Make sure that we are subscribing to the channel. Uploaded a new video last night, guys. If you have not see it as yet, guys, don't be afraid to go ahead and go over there and take a look at that video that I uploaded. All right, the aim is to, of course, to get the momentum going and, of course, to post over there as frequently as I can. All right, big up to everyone and big up to everyone for their continuous support, guys. All right, so let's help to grow the channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support, guys. If you are also active on TikTok, guys, don't forget that you can also follow me over there on TikTok as well, right? Same name, Mellz One Side Revolutionist. So the page is growing over there, guys. You can tap into the conversation, right? If you're not, because sometimes we tend to be back and forth, whether on TikTok, whether on YouTube, Instagram, whatever. So the aim is to grow on all major platform, guys. So big up on yourself, big up on yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. And also don't forget to make sure that we are buying Massacre music streaming on all major platform. All right. We also have Untouchable in the building. Big up yourself, Untouchable. Thank you for passing through tonight. Big up yourself. We also have Jermaine Vendetta in the building. Big up yourself, Jermaine Vendetta. Bless up yourself. Thank you for joining in on this beautiful Monday night. It is the start of the week. It's the start of a new week. I don't know how we are feeling so far. I don't know how the day has been for a lot of us. It's Monday. Sometimes Monday can mean a lot of things, payroll going, a lot of things, a lot of, meetings and stuff. I hope everybody had a nice and relaxed and in tune day. All right. So big up to each and everyone for joining in on the live for tonight, guys. As you know that we are bossy and we are slip and sliding all the way until summer and beyond. Let's keep things slip and slide. Let's keep things bossy, right? So you know that we're going to be checking into all things slip and slide and all things bossy inside the Masicka universe a little bit later on. But first, let's check in with the numbers. Let's see what we're seeing so far. So bossy, as we know it, bossy, the last time I checked it on YouTube, it was at 4. Well, I checked it today, obviously. Last time today, it was at 4.5 million views on YouTube. Let's continue to buy and stream bossy on all major platforms. Slip and Slide is at 3.2 million views so far on YouTube. So again, same procedure. Make sure that we are streaming bossy and Slip and Slide on all major platforms. Also, it was at 4.4 K views per hour. That's for Slip and Slide. So just make sure, guys, that we are absolutely doing the right thing as far as make sure that we are streaming the music on all major platforms. Speaking of platforms, hold on. Speaking of platforms, guys, on Spotify, right? Slip and Slide is already up to 504K views. Right, on Spotify, Bossy's at 780K. So we're hoping to see Bossy moving into the 1 million views very quickly as Slip and Slide continue to climb, right? It's a little bit above the half a million mark. So let's just keep it going as well, guys. So remember, major platforms. So we cannot only just talk about YouTube alone. We want to make sure Spotify as well. And these are two of the mainstreams. Apple Music is also one of them as well. We want to just keep in tune, guys, and just make sure that we're doing the right thing and we are making sure that we are streaming the music on all platforms. All right, guys. All right. So as we know it, right? Masicka is out here, is doing his thing, being consistent in the musical space right now, right? Make sure that we are checking in on all things Massacre related, see what's new, what's going on, what's in the news as far as Massacre is concerned. Tonight I want to start off a little bit different before we hop into the Massacre universe. I want to talk about just a musical highlight as far as Massacre is concerned, and I want to kind of like tap into the album GOK, which is Generation of Kings. Want to talk a little bit about that. Just a little highlight, a little spotlight on GOK for a little bit. So want to talk about the success, the success of that album, right? Surpassing, a record set, surpassing, we know that 438 did very well in 2021. So, with album like Generation of King, it became the most streamed album on Apple Music in Jamaican history. So while 438 established, was a really established album, Generation of Kings, definitely solidified its dominance with superior first week sales and a longer stream of number, right, to number one. So when it comes to Generation of King, as you know, that album was released in 2023. So it was, most stream history. What we have for that album was it overtook 438 to become the most stream album in Apple Jamaican history, right? As far as record setting run is concerned, it became the longest running top 10 album in Apple Music Jamaican history, spending over 731 consecutive days on the top 10. And as far as Billboard performance, it did debut at number 2 on the Billboard Reggae Album chart with 350 or 3,500, rather, I said 350, 3,500 equivalent units in the US in its first week. And as far as global impact is concerned, all right, so it did hit number 1 on the Apple Music in 16 countries and reached number 11 on the US Apple Music. All right, so big up to Generation of Kings. I remember, like I can always say it, when this album dropped, I remember my cousin reached out to me and we were like just having like a whole moment about it. And I remember me and him, we were just riding shotgun in Brooklyn on a beautiful, beautiful on a beautiful warm evening, and we were just blasting, we were just playing Generation of Kings, and we were just like partaking in what was our favorite on the on the album, and we were like, oh, we like this one, or oh my god, we love this one, oh my god, we love that one. So beautiful album, and again, remembered vividly when that album dropped, and everybody was streaming it, everybody loved it. It was a very, very, very good body of work. And under the highlight today, that is something that I definitely want to mention as far as just highlighting Masicka for tonight, as far as that album. And speaking of album as we know it, what perfect time to talk about album, given the fact that our album is around the corner. The summer album is definitely approaching, right? We still have a couple more months to go, a couple more months to go, or maybe a month to go before we're already in May. We're already in May already. So we have just about a month to go before summer starts, and we're just here for it. So we just cannot wait for that album to drop. So definitely we can be able to take part and see and compare the albums. But big up to Generation of Kings. We love it. We love what we have seen. We love each and every song, and we're just here for new work and new music. So big up to Masicka with the great work that he's doing and the great work that he continues to do. All right, so we're going to move into the Masicka universe, right? So tonight, as you know it, we move into the Masicka universe, right? So we're going to react to some of his videos, and then we're going to transition into other things that we have set up for the night so far. So in the Masicka universe, we definitely have some videos that we want to react to. And speaking of videos, I did came across a few. Here is one that was very witty, very, very witty. All right, so here we have Carrie posted her video. So she posted heading somewhere expensive. So I was like, oh, Carrie, big up your damn self. All right, treat yourself, girl. Head to somewhere expensive. But guys, you're definitely in for a surprise, as Kerry definitely had fun with this clipping, and also with the song that was playing in the background. And of course it was a Masicka song. So let's get with it. Guys, I was not ready. I really was not ready. Again, like I was like, all right, girl, go do your thing, go please, go have a little fun. Like, we ladies, we tend to like have a little fun, a little enjoyment. And I was like, all right, girl, go do your thing, right? Maybe to the spa, or get your nails done or something. But when I saw homegirl pull up at the gas station, I was like, girl, you play too much. You really do play too much. But big up to Carrie for this video. I mean, I did not expect the the dramatic turn of event, but big up to her. And we love the mere fact that, she did have, Masicka playing in the background. Bossy, right? Bossy, we're Bossy all the way till summer and beyond. Here we have another one here, and this was posted by Capricorn Angel. So let's see her video as she tapped into the Masicka universe. All right, big up to homeboy in the back. All right, he didn't want to be left out of that video at all. So, he came in to do his little thing, and we're not mad at that. So big up to him, and big up to Capricorn Angel for creating this video for us, guys. It's all about having fun. You don't have to know all the moves. You don't have to be doing all the right things. But big up to each and everyone creating their videos. It's really a good look. Let's take a look at this one from Officials and Official Sandy Star. All right, let's see her video. All right, big up to official Sandy Star for this one. Definitely slip and sliding, having a whole vibe on her video there. All right, here we have another one by is it Rashina? I think it's no, that's not it. By Rashnan. I might have said that wrong, guys. I might have said that wrong, but big up to her for creating her video, a whole vibe, just having a whole vibe. All right, love this video. Love this video. Here we have Unity Fitness Dance Aerobics with another one. Can you do this routine? Love the energy, love the flow, guys. Let's take a look at this one. All right, big up to the weight terminator for that beautiful aerobics class. All right, with this wonderful routine, guys, I mean, very simple and steady movement, keeping active. You know, that's what aerobics is all about. And what a way to be in an aerobic class, but to be able to sit and just, well, not sit, obviously you're not sitting, but to, you know, listening to such a song with a vibe that have you just wanted to move, you know, move to the beat. And then just looking in the background, you know, like that rooftop view seemed to be so amazing. Probably nice and cool up there, you know, cooling down everybody as they're in the aerobics class. So big up to the weight terminator for this one. Definitely a vibe. And, you know, again, people just doing their own thing and just enjoying the song. And that's exactly what it's supposed to be about. You don't have to be doing too much. You don't have to be over the top. Just vibing to the song and making the song your own. Here we have another one for here from Barbie Reed. Big up to Barbie Reed for this one. Just having a whole vibe. Again, just vibing to Massacre.
Money nothing to me, get me a provider. Buy the land, buy the designer. Your waist just a tick like a timer. Pussy wet. Money nothing to me, get me a provider. Buy the land, buy the designer. Your waist just a tick like a timer. Pussy wet.
All right, I believe I have another one here. Let me just double check. I'm literally here just double checking. Yes, absolutely, I do. All right, so inside of the Massacre universe, it's not bossy, it's not slip and slide. However, it's just a Massacre classic that we have. Rose is just, you know, vibing to here. Big up to Rose for this one, bringing us down memory lane in the Massacre universe. All right, here we have another one here. We have another one here posted by Real Wandon. A nice creative moment with this one here. So there's a caption on this one. It says, if I'm struggling to write my wedding speech, I'll use some lyrics from Masicka Slip and Slide song, and it was just such a funny moment. So again, big up to Real One Down for posting this one. Was really funny, guys. You just imagine, guys, and ladies being at the altar, and you're hearing these words. You're like, hold on a minute, hold on a goddamn minute. Like, isn't this from a song? So you just can imagine. But again, very creative. Big up to again, big up to Real One Down for posting that one. Here we have another one here from Miss I Candy. All right, big up to her for this one here.
Link up pop, bridge up for burn. Girl, I gon' give me the pussy and you gon' learn. Life I got show you down if you're not firm. So I eagle from my belly, early bird, I get the worm. Even when me ready, dog, you have to stand up stern. Oh, me out I eat is not the next man concern. Just no food I eat, yeah, next plan confirm. Now I'm gonna tell the lie, mommy, me know your head up high. Me feel a pain when you cry, you see them flame, then I'm here. Until the day me die, me keep on raising fucking hell and bring the game to the sky. And bring the sugar to me youth and tell them say me are the proof, a living legend, not deny. Life I got change, friend I got turn.
All right, big up to Eye Candy for that one. Big up, girl, for that one. Very timeless. Obviously, you know that we love a Suicide Note. Definitely one of our favorite from that 438 album. Big up yourself for that one, Eye Candy. All right, we also have DL Tacha in the building. Big up yourself, DL Tacha. Thank you for joining in. DL said, bless up Mellz. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining in. We also have Just Skinny in the building. Big up yourself, Just Skinny. All right, switching. All right, so we have Dancehall link up 876_skinny. Big up yourself, Just Skinny. Good night, Mellz. Big up, hold on. Good night, Mellz. All right, I guess he's saying big up the one side people them. All right, I guess that's what he's saying. Skinny, all your words them just join on together. So all right, big up yourself, Just Skinny. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here tonight. All right. Okay, all right. So I believe that was my last video. Do I have another one? Let me just double check. I don't want to miss anything. Let me just see. All right, that was my final video inside of the Massacre universe. It's always a vibe, guys, just to vibe to those videos that we have, when we have fans making those videos relating to Massacre. We love to see it. All right, so big up to those people for that. All right, guys, as we move on, we're switching things around a little bit, right? So there are some different things happening in this space. One of the things I want to make mention of is, we would have heard, the little controversy that's going around about, Malidon and his concert. So that was something that I did, just tap a little bit into today, right? Just to kind of like see what was happening. As you guys know that Malidon, he kept his concert a little over the weekend. And again, the controversy around, the entrance, right? Keeping the fans waiting. And of course, there was a fan who came out to kind of like speak on the situation based on her experience, how she liked the show and, things like that. So we were here for it. And definitely was able to capture just a little moment from what she had to say. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you guys. Way, of course, you guys can, gravitate from the whole vibe and based on what really went down and how people are really feeling about the whole late ordeal.
For me, it was a good 8.5 out of 10. I just want to say this. If you ever been to a Platinum Kids concert and it starts at 10 and ends at 3 or 4, you should know that the artist is going to come out closer to the ending time of the concert, because once the artist perform, that's it. So I heard a lot of people like, oh, he came out late. He did say in the comments of one of his videos that he's coming out at 2:30. He came out like 2:45. Okay. The only issue I really had, because I got there at like 1 o'clock, so I was fine. The only issue I really had was it was very confusing to get inside. They
were, when I looked at other videos, there were people that was talking about very confusing to get inside. There was one girl that was talking about the mere fact that, she did VIP, and like the line was crazy. I think this girl too, she was talking about the mere fact that she did VIP too, or could it be another girl? But there were like, a whole lot of confusion before getting inside. I know that that was one factor.
Was selling wristbands, but I thought the show was sold out. So why do you need a wristband? It was very confusing in that aspect. But besides that, I think everything was good. The spot, like the Navy Yard, that was my first time being there, is like the gravel. Like I remember I told you I wore heels. It's gravel all over. It looked like a backyard. So the heels have to come right the fuck off. I had to put on my flats. But I had fun. And then why y'all lying and saying that he only did a few songs? Malidon performed mad of his songs. Like, what concert were y'all at? I don't know. Some people left. Maybe some people left because he did change. He did change. So I don't know. Some people left and then y'all didn't get to see the rest of the concert. I don't know. But he did a good job. He did. I had a good time. I don't know. What y'all think?
All right, big up to her for that. Big up to her for that. It's really good because sometimes you might see the videos. People always have the most to say. So it's really good when you have literally people who have went to the concert and is able to speak on their experience. So, hats off to her coming out and talking, because I know there was a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of mixed emotions, surrounding with the whole, Malidon type of thing. Just Skinny said Malidon always have energy. I would definitely agree with you on that one, Just Skinny, because I have a little clipping of the performance and the way how he was jumping and the way how he was behaving on stage. Definitely brought the energy. And you must, I get, even for those who probably people who probably felt as though they might miss a little time or whatever, like you cannot, they cannot probably say that they were not satisfied based on the crowd's reaction and things like that. So, big up to Malidon, right? Big up to Malidon. We're not biased around here. Where, let me just be very more specific. I am not biased around here where when I see an artist do a good job, based on what I'm seeing, and I cannot say, hey, good job well done. Again, kudos to him, to Just Skinny. He said that he always tends to bring the energy, and the energy seemed like it was brought here based on a little clipping that I saw. I cannot judge based on the entire performance, but there's a little clipping here, for a 1 minute clipping. Let's just take a look, guys, to see a little throwback from his NYC. Some people say it's not a concert, a show, whatever you want to call it. But his performance, guys, take a look. Oh my goodness. No, I need to refresh. All right, here we go. All right, definitely a vibe. Love how the people, the crowd were singing, just interacting. Love how he was interacting, especially with that last fan, as you can see there, taking a whole photo and stuff like that. Very good, very good. Again, cannot be biased around here. Love to see the young youths, them doing it, just stepping up and just, taking care of business type of thing. And that's what we want to see in the whole dancehall space. Your name not for a call up and us a call up on some wrong things, but definitely just, stay steady and just do the work. Just do the work. And that's all that we ask for. That's all I want to see. So big up to Malidon. It seemed as though there was some bit of confusion around the show, but everything worked out. Kudos to him and big up to him on his show over the weekend. Just Skinny says Slip and Slide is at 3.3 million views. Oh my god. I checked it today. Skinny, maybe what I would say, maybe about an hour or so before I went live. And It was at, let me see, it was at 3.2. No, yeah, it was at 3.2, and now it is at 3.3 million views. So yeah, we love to see it. We love to see that the numbers are climbing, and the numbers are definitely moving again. It's not just about the views, but it's also about the impact. Again, we have seen the impact that Slip and Slide have had in that has in dancehall. I mean, big up to Genius again, on that beautiful rhythm that he has, orchestrated. I hate to use the word created because it's an older rendition to say he created. I don't want to come under fire for that one, but big up to Genius, for executing on that rhythm, getting all of those artists involved. Big up to Governor. We see him doing his thing on it. We big up to Valiant, making headlines, making streams. And again, big up to with bad artists, Masicka for for headlining the rhythm. I'm yet to see somebody, step up to the plate and pass him on the rhythm. But again, it's great to see. It's really, really, really a good thing to see. Summer is around the corner, and like I always say, summer is my favorite time of the year. Anytime we want for run out, anytime we want for the something, I always want to do it in summertime. Love the heat, love the sunshine and things like that. Like, summer is here. Can't say it should be a dull moment, cannot say it's a dull moment. But absolutely, big up to Massacre for the work that he's doing. Big up yourself, Great Normal. I did see your super sticker. Big up yourself, not a super sticker. I did see your gift that you sent, Great Normal. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for that gift that you sent, Great Normal. It is greatly appreciated. A gift sent a goat trophy gift. All right, big up yourself, Great Normal. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Big up yourself, big up yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that gift, Great Normal. All right, so yes, just skinny. I did take a look earlier on Spotify for Slip and Slide, and not at 500K flat, but I think it was at 503K and counting the last time I checked it. So yeah, we it is climbing. Bossy is making its way towards the 1 million mark on Spotify, and we're definitely here for it. So absolutely we love how the numbers are climbing, but more so importantly, we love to see the impact, of course, that the song overall has. So that is something more to definitely celebrate. So yeah, but thank you so much for that, Just Skinny, in terms of the views is concerned. Alrighty, guys. Just checking in with everybody. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Slip and Slide. I go. You keep saying that, Just Skinny. You think so? Slip and Slide go past Bossy? Let's see how it's gonna go. Let's see. I mean, that I know definitely that there are waves that's been created, most definitely. So let's see how that's gonna go. Fully Tacha in the building. Big up yourself, Fully Tacha. Thank you so much for that goat trophy that you just sent. Thank you for that gift. It's greatly appreciated. Big up yourself, Fully Tacha. Thank you so much for that goat trophy that you sent over. It's greatly appreciated. All right, guys. As we move into the content. All right, so as you guys know, that Spice is in Uganda, right? I do have a snippet of her performance over the last weekend, right? She how Spice is, and Spice tends to carry the energy, right? We can say whatever we want to say, but as far as a performer, this lady can perform. Definitely, I saw some preview of her before stage performance. People were ready, people were patiently waiting based on what happened. Girl know how to definitely make an entrance, and girl made an entrance out. Take a look, guys. Take a look. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see something, guys. I think this is hold on. Hold on. Let me see something. I think that's an older video. Hold on. Let me just see something just to make sure. All right. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Spice just be out here confusing all of us in this blue this and blue that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I was like,
Where I love Uganda, I want to take something back to Jamaica with me. And I started to think about what could be the best thing that I could take from Uganda that would serve me for a lifetime. And the only thing I could come up with is I need a baby from Uganda.
holy shit. I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Now, is there a man in this audience from Uganda that I gotta test before you know how them say you have to taste it before you buy it?
Blood clot. Guys, I was not ready for this at all. What Spice said, hold on, guys. Me pull that one about because you cannot make this.
The way I love Uganda, I want to take something back to Jamaica with me. And I started to think about what could be the best thing that I could take from Uganda that would serve me for a lifetime. And the only thing I could come up with is I need a baby from Uganda.
Oh my word. Oh my days.
Now, is there a man in this audience from Uganda that I gotta test before you know how them say you have to taste it before you buy it?
Mm-hmm.
I need a nice, strong man on the stage with me tonight. I need a man that's gonna represent real good for Uganda. Security, make sure to let up a man from the stage. Shine the light in the crowd. I need to see who I'm gonna pick from Uganda tonight. The way I love Uganda.
All right, guys. So yo, Spice the easy at all. Oh my goodness. Me think the girl I gonna say one trinket, maybe one key ring, maybe she want souvenir something, girl. She want come with a whole baby. Oh my god, Spice, what are you trying to tell us? Like you want run on to baby number 3? All right, but big up to Spice, guys. It was really somewhat of a movie over there based on her performance over there in Uganda. It was a whole vibe, seeing some of the videos, seeing some of the clippings that was done. Dancers were out. She was in the crowd. Yeah, it was a good vibe, guys. It was a nice sort of vibe. I'm not mad at it. See people gathering, from early, just securing their spot before the performance start. So, people seem to love her over there. Good for her, right? I've seen videos, I've played recent videos before on the live where there were some emotional moments for her. Clearly some happy fun moments, but again, good for her. She went over there and she was, well accepted over there. And it's good for the culture. One Jamaica we say, and when we go abroad, we tend to represent well. And she seems to represent herself well over there. Again, some nice little clippings, her interacting with the fans, interacting, with her dancers, and just interacting with the Ugandan people. And that was a really good vibe. So, big up to Spice for that one. Big up to her for that. So, on another note, a lot of you guys would have seen it. Idonia is ready for the Hill and Gully rhythm, and I did came across the video, and I was like, okay, very interesting, right? As we know it, there was a lot of people that were saying that, from the jump, that Idonia really needed to really be on the rhythm. So, we caught him in studio with the Genius, so I wanted to play that clip for you guys. That way you can definitely be a part of that moment with him and the Genius. Absolutely having fun. And again, that's what it should all be about, having fun, vibing, just creating the music. So guys, take a look at Genius and Idonia in the studio that's vibing to the new, the new clip from his song.
For Idonia to Hill and Gully Rhythm. This was the first song recorded on the rhythm.
Bumbuckler, dog, you know, ramping a dog. Dog, this motherfucker. Mad dog, I tell you, dog.
A few moments later.
She say he boss, she love you up so many days, she have to hitch off. She love you. I walk where she want it. I walk where she want it. I walk where.
Who's
All right, so it was definitely a vibe in the studio. A nice little snippet. As soon as I come across something else, I guess before the drop, definitely will play it for you guys. But that's a little snippet from the Idonia song. I don't know how you guys feel about the clipping, how we feel about it. You think, where would it fall in line? You think it better than the Massacre? You think it better than the Valiant? You think it better than the or is it too early to tell? Sometimes we can tell quickly out of the gate based on what's happening, or do we feel as though we need more time to tell? For me, I think we really do need more time to tell as pertaining to what the music will definitely bring, or what the song will definitely bring to us. But what we can tell about Idonia, with just being open and honest, that he definitely have that 90s dancehall voice, that commanding voice, and that he have highly been requested on the rhythm from early. And it was good to know that he responded to the knocker, responded to the calling. So big up to him. Very excited to see, to hear his song on the Hill and Gully rhythm, and love to see how people are just having fun. Like, I've seen it, guys. It's just a rhythm to have fun. It's not that serious. So again, big up to Genius, big up to the engineers, big up to Idonia being in studio and just interacting, just creating the song. And we're here for it. We're here for it. One dancehall. And we're definitely here. We're definitely here to partake in the song once it dropped. And again, just big up to everybody else who is on the rhythm so far. I still have not seen where what's her face again. I still have not seen Chanel Muir's full release as far as the song is concerned. Only her clip it. I'm highly anticipating hers as well. But to everybody else who is on the rhythm so far, again, some really good honorable mentions, just really bringing the rhythm along. Of course, again, we talk about Valiant, we talk about Governor, and again, Niger Boy, big up to Niger Boy as well. Big up to him. And Kes, oh my goodness, Kes song on it. It's so refreshing. It's something new and refreshing, right? Not doing too much without doing too less. It's just a nice vibe. Just drinking a glass of lemonade on a nice, beautiful summer day. That's what Kes song reminds me of. So big up to Kes on that rhythm as well. I'm a big Kes fan. Big Kes fan. Big up to Kes out of Trinidad and Tobago. Big up to him that he was on the rhythm. Video and everything dropped, and we're here for it. So big up to each and every one that's on the rhythm. Guys, don't forget to join in on my membership program, guys. Don't forget, it's never too late to join. Went ahead and drop the link in the chat there. That way, of course, you guys can join in on the membership. If you have not as yet, guys, make sure that we are subscribing to my new channel, which is Mellz Vlogs. Guys, I've posted a few videos over there. Go and check those videos out, right? And if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Guys, make sure that we're liking up the live, we're sharing, and we're subscribing to the channel. And make sure that we are buying and streaming Masicka music on all major platforms. We are trotting it up. Step and Slide is making waves out here, right? Making waves on YouTube, also on Spotify. As we're slipping and sliding from 500K on Spotify, we want to move all the way up to 1 million views. Bossy, we're in the 700Ks, and we want to definitely move into the 100 views, right? As we know that impact and views, they walk hand in hand, and so far impact of both is definitely here. So we just want to make sure that we keep the momentum going, making sure that we are streaming the music on all major platforms. And I know from time to time I tend to talk a lot about YouTube because we tend to spend a whole lot of time over YouTube, but don't forget that Spotify is also one of those major platforms that we tend to stream music on a day-to-day basis as well. So we want to make sure that we run up those streams over on Spotify as well. All right, guys. So we're on the topic of Hill and Gully rhythm. So it's only fair that we also talk about talk a little bit about Chronic Law song on the Hill and Gully. I know I spoke about it the other day, but I guess more and more people are coming out and they're having mixed reaction regarding to Chronic Law song on the Hill and Gully rhythm. So here we have no other than Spoonhead. He came out and he spoke about the Chronic Law, on the rhythm. So I just wanted to, to take a little bit, a look on that. A look on that as well. Great Normal say War is the greatest. I don't know if he's talking to me or he's talking to just Skinny regarding, but I would so think that your comment would just go hand in hand, Great Normal, with Chronic Law, because I think Chronic Law believe that War is the greatest because every rhythm that he goes on, he just wanted to he just wants to pow a lot of people and just let people know that, listen, hey, I'm a bad man around here type of thing. But, I honestly believe that there is still a time and place for everything. And with a rhythm like Hill and Gully, I'm like, come on. Like, there was so much more things that could have been done to the rhythm. I did share my views, the other day regarding to how I feel about the song and the rhythm. But again, more and more people are coming out and they're sharing their views based on how they would see the song, for Chronic Law. So again, Spoonhead, he came out and he had a few things to say. And I just wanted to play the clip from it, maybe not all of it, but just a little bit of it. That way we can just have a little discussion around it, type of thing, as far as, how personnels are going out there and how they are interacting to to the song. Hold on for a second. I have so much clips here. I'm just like clicking off as I go, guys. Just so I can have more space and find my videos a little bit quicker. All right, so here we have Spoonhead, guys. This is what Spoonhead had to say about the Chronic Law.
Grown is a blessing, chat. Always remember that. And chat, I am here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth. And I don't know my style already. Yeah. Me I'm gonna tell the truth. Me not tell a lie. So I decided to listen to Chronic Law on the Hill and Gully rhythm. See? And Chronic Law name Kill and Go Live. Yeah, Kill and Go Live. That's our Chronic Law song name. And I decided to sit down. I sat down. Yeah. I sat and I listened. I repeatedly listen. And I repeatedly listen again. So I sat and I said, let me play it one more time. And I started to listen again.
All right. Just checking with the chat a little bit. All right, Tariq Banks in the building. Big up yourself, Tariq. How are you doing tonight? Mellz, you see the Malidon show last night. What you think about it? I did see Tariq. I think that's probably one of the first things I spoke about earlier as far as the Malidon concert. Again, you know me, I'm gonna always be open and honest, always open to my honest feedback. And it was good. I literally talked about that earlier, Tariq. It was really good. Apart from a little, I guess not a little, but mishaps here and there. I know that some fans, they were talking about, some mixed feelings with fans here and there. But there were fans who came out and set the record straight as far as, yes, there were hiccups here and there, but the show overall was good. There were people that was saying that, you know, there were confusion as far as, you know, getting inside. There were fans that was talking about the mere fact that he didn't perform enough songs, but then people were saying that's not true. And there were people that was saying that he arrived late, but then I think they were saying that, you know, he was like maybe like 15 minutes late or so type of thing. So it wasn't all that big of a deal. But then from what I saw with the video, Tariq, let me see if I can, I should be able to pull that back for you real quickly. Hold on, let me see something here. But yeah, like I did play a video earlier, definitely as far as his performance. And yeah, we know Mali tends to bring the energy. You know, he was jumping and up and down, and the crowd seemed to love that. And you know, the ladies can definitely was able to definitely relate to his songs. You could hear them from the crowd singing type of thing. So kudos to him, you know, big up to him. You know, the place was relatively full. You know, well, not really, if I say relatively, let me take that, but the place was full. You know, crowd was engaged. So kudos to him, you know, big up to him for what he has done, you know, for a young youth, you know, out here doing his thing. That's good. I always say let the work speaks for itself, you know, and we can definitely, you know, see that in his performance. I mean, I haven't seen the entire thing, but based on clippings that I've seen, you know, it was job well done. So kudos to him. Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to that you ask how you think Mali show young artist pool. Yeah, it was a good look. Yeah, definitely a good look for a young artist. Love to see the young artists them come out and do them thing. All right, just do the right thing. You know, if you're bridge no wire, you know, if you're chop the line, just come out and make good music, interact with your fans, do your shows them and thing, and just make the work speak for itself. And that's what I would say, you know, where that is concerned.
Again. And I can tell you this. I can tell you this right now. Chronic Law song on the Ilang Gully rhythm, totally fucker. Yeah, God Almighty. Yeah, man. Chronic Law song on the Ilang Gully rhythm, totally fucker. Totally. We couldn't do without that. I am not telling a lie. And you know, so Chronic Law could have done better. I think Chronic Law could have done better. Yeah. When we hear Chronic Law give us a snippet, you know, a little preview of the song, you know, I'm going to say, okay, Chronic Law got badness. Okay. Let me see what I go on. You know, him change the compass. You know, let me see.
And for me, to people, it's not even the mere fact like him got badness alone upon the rhythm, but the badness where him go, in my opinion, it just never made no sense to me at all. I don't know if I'm not here right or something of the sort, but him got badness upon the rhythm, but it's not even one of them creative badness. So we can't say, all right, then, you know, one of them folklore there, because you know you have you know, good on a Manuel Road, Brook Rock Stone type of thing. So, you know, it couldn't even be one of them creative thing they like Boy Blue type of thing where me can say, all right, then just bring it back to the Jamaican folklore where, you know, Wally Pa Trouble again and, you know, take up badness and whatnot. It was not even like that type of thing, right? Because again, you know, it not necessarily had to be about, all right, then wine and skin out and having the girls them dance or whatever the case may be. But him just go hardcore and it just never work type of thing too. So it's just a two-folded thing. All right, people that expect you, all right, then you gotta just go, it's a girl wind up thing, maybe not a girl wind up thing, but you know, that's what majority everybody's doing, that's what everybody's gravitating to for the ladies them for the summer. But you go a different route, and the route the way you take just never really make much sense. And the part them like the bad boy concept behind it, where the storyline, I don't like the storyline none at all. I don't understand it. I really want to try to bust my brain for understand it.
But listening to it, I totally fuck. So Prince, how much you get out of 10, Prince? Prince, let's tell the truth. How much you get out of 10? 2.5. 0.5 out of 10.
Guys, is Prince exaggerating? Man, no, you know. You feel like he might exaggerate with a 2.5. They call that 2.5. They seem low, relatively low, that lower to the ground. So Mellz, what worst Chronic Law song? So Mellz, where worst Chronic Law song on the Hill and Gully, or Vybz Kartel verse on the Chris Brown song? Jaja. Why you put me upon a spot there? No, Tariq. Why me no know, you know? Probably when I have to go because me no want to go answer upon spot like that. So I probably have to go compare the two. And maybe for my next level, what I can do is run a comparison between both of them, like which more trashy, I would say. But then we talk about the Chris Brown, and we talk about the Vybz Kartel with the Chris Brown, and we talk about that concept, which is a little bit different, Qatar, because you know that one is a feature, and because it's a feature, it kind of needs to be somewhat graded a little bit differently, in my opinion. You know, because there's two artists on the track, and one I go left and one I go right. And then I understand say some people know I say the song name, you know, fucking party or whatever party. But again, me not feel like the lyrics them necessarily have to be so explicit where Kartel is concerned. And ever since him come from prison, him just living at a style there where him feel like say if him now sling balls in a girl face and him now give girls no uppercut with him balls, him not feel happy type of thing. Like I believe that, you know, being an artist, you can, you know, so you're supposed to know how to let go and you're supposed to know how to pull back and keep your audience guessing or keep your listeners guessing. And I just feel like say, yo, Kartel are just one of them friend that you can't carry no way, you can't carry over your parents them yard because I be a bad old them go cuss because him have a sailor's mouth, right? So in this context, we're not talking about bad word, as in, you know, bumbleclot, rascalot, but we are talking about dirty, nasty lyrics type of thing. So if you realize how Chris Brown kind of sing the thing, him sing the thing and him leave certain things to the imagination. They must say, you know, fucking party, but they might leave certain things to the imagination. So I feel like say, yo, Chris Brown, not Chris Brown, but Kartel could have read the line. Him could have read between the lines and could have say, all right, then I'm make something nice and mellow for the ladies, them type of thing. But him just have to come with some things, brother, where it's not all that necessary and needed all the time. And that's why I always talk about the growth in music. As an artist, you have to see yourself growing, right? You have to see yourself growing. And if we are be completely honest with yourself, I'm not going to say this, I know Chevron going to pop up out of the bush, right? Me can't so sure about Gaza, but I know Chevron going to pop up when I say this. But, right, for the past 13 years, like, there have not been no, or maybe more, you know, for the past maybe 13 plus years, there have not been any musical growth as far as Vybz Kartel is concerned, right? This is not the early 2000s. This is not the mid 2000s, bro. Like, yo, we need for, like, you need for shape up, bro, or shape out, because some of them lyrics are, yo, you need to get left back in the past. Like, do some research, you know, see how the youth them out here, you know, see how them behave, and you just come out with certain style, bro, we does not work anymore. I'm telling you already, at the same thing the man go pan Shensia, track go do. Me tell us say that track there with Shensia, talk to me not, yo, Kartel never offered up on the track, talk truth. Him never offered up on it, so Tariq mother have to come back, come do a comparison, a deep comparison between the Chronic Law and the Chris Brown, because again, a whole heap of things that is so fit talk about as far as, you know, with a Chris Brown thing. You know, the guys are fan, them are gonna love it, gone to bed and say, oh, this and that on the third. But you know, what, you know, Kartel, and you know, one of the things then we are beat Kartel to, you know, him not have no melody. Him not have no melody, and him when him a try to sing, him always off key. I'm gonna know, like, with all of the money there where you have and all of the them house the way you buy and them car the way you buy, and before people say me bad man, me don't bad mind. I'm satisfied with me have, right? I'm satisfied with me have some in a bad man, but me just talk But just a talk as it relates to sharing my opinion and my views. Like you could have paid for a musical teacher or a vocal coach or something, bro. But when you tend to try to tap into that singing thing there, bro, like me no know, it just not work. It does not work. It does not work. It no work. So I don't know if you feel like so because it no work, you just have to tap into like the slack nasty type of lyrics type of thing. And put your pan a back shot and like bro, like especially from a 50-year-old, like yo, me no want to hear that, bro. Me no want to hear that. Me no want to hear that. Because when you hear the lyrics, you have to visualize certain things, and yeah, moving on. Fully Tata said Mellz leave the balls alone. Yo, every time the man sing Fully Torture is always about this balls things, yo, like balls and all, like, yo, like, switch it up, man. Like, leave certain things out and leave it certain things to the imagination, yo. That's what we'd love to see. But us back to the conversation as far as Spooner the same get the song 2.5. I just feel like he might be a little bit, he might be a bit too extra with a 2.5 right here. So but me how else him have to see. I'm see if I'm gonna put a reason behind that 2.5 they call Jaja. Like that low. That even want 5. Oh my word. 2.5 that low, man.
Yeah, it not a lead way. Me don't know where to go. Fuck it. Totally fuck it. I'm just telling the truth. I am just telling the truth. You hear me I say? I am just here telling the truth. Yeah, I'm a fan of Chronic Law. I like Chronic. I should have said I like Chronic Law music. Yeah, but to me though, if you should put Chronic Law or Squash, I'm a big fan of Squash. I would pick Squash over Chronic Law any given day. My opinion. That.
All right, so we're not here to talk about Squash. We're here to talk about Chronic Law. I hate when people stop dragging other people into the conversation, right? You're here to critique Chronic Law song. Let's do that. Stop bringing Squash into this.
That is my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but Chronic Law, bad artist.
Big up yourself, Wireless Crocodile. Big up your damn self. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up your damn self, Wireless Crocodile. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. Big up your damn self. Big up.
Bad artist. Can't take that from him. Lyrically potent, lyrically inclined. You get what I say? But that song, on the Ilan Gully rhythm, 2.5. Totally fuckery. You know what I say? Yeah. I'm just telling the truth. I am just telling the God Almighty truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth. You know who for sang bad pan the rhythm? You know who for sang bad pan the rhythm? Niger boy. Yeah, man. Me not even know the Niger boys sing a song pan the rhythm. No.
Niger, like, I don't know if I show me to anticipate Niger boy. Guys, on the chat, I wanna feel about the Niger pan the Hill and Gully rhythm. I don't know, like, I don't anticipate Niger boy too much. I don't know if me kind of like overly compensate for the song or what have you. But I don't know. From what you made I say, I need to listen to it again. Cause you have some song where, if I be honest, they may not connect to you the first time when you listen to it. You have to listen to it maybe again or listen to it a couple times. I don't know. So I don't know if I miss something. I don't hate the song, but I don't love it. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about the Niger boy. So funny enough, Spoon bring up Niger boy, kind of like a run back in my mind. So I mean, if you go listen to it again, for see me can get a different vibe off of it.
Yesterday I go see the song. I say, wait, Niger boy sing a song on the rhythm? Niger boy, big up yourself. Hey, more Vibes Kartel and Niger boy do a song. More to see which direction them go take the song there.
Hold on. Why it seem like what guys are people them do? A recruit, over your recruit feature for Vibes Kartel. I want go on out here. Or the Vibes Kartel are sending millions them out for recruit people for thing there. Man, do you know? Hey, you know bother drag Niger boy in this, you know. Me are telling you, like, ain't one no energy vampire out here, you know. Cause some of me I drink blood, and stuff like that, you know, want analyze people and drink them blood, you know, and watching the self phenomenon, like them style, you know. One Vybz Kartel I said it bad over the pan the Gaza where on over here recruit people. Me not understand.
Vybz Kartel. Do a song with Niger boy. More of see which direction una go take that. You know, if a reality or if a girls.
First of all, Vybz Kartel couldn't keep up because I'm come with the bars in your face, girl, uppercut. Yeah, we love to see you nice. Yeah, that's how Vybz Kartel come when Niger boy gonna be so melodious and so nice, you know, whatever direction. So me no want Niger boy go right there. So me no want to mix and mingle up Niger boy out here. Like me so don't want to get attached to people who tend to like, you know, take with them energy and stuff like that. And we don't want to bring Niger boy into this, really and truly. We don't want to talk about Niger. We want to leave him alone. Leave Niger energy alone, right? He may not have his sight, but me know him not blind to where the Gaza fans them are come with a try to cook up something right now. So no bother with it. No bother with it spooning.
You know what I say? Yeah. Because you don't know Niger boy theme song them clean, you know. You know? Him keep it clean as a Christian-minded youth, you know? So more to see which direction him and Vybz Kartel would take for them song. Reality or ladies. You get what I say? Yeah.
So Kartel now no reality, so I probably try to bring it to the ladies. And again, those balls and balls and balls. Right? All right. But stick a pin right there. Gaza Boss says, so Mellz, how you feeling about Chris Brown featuring Vybz Kartel song #1 on R&B Soul's Apple Music? You think that's great for dancehall highlights? For dancehall highlight, yes, I would have to say yes. Remember, Gaza Boss, well, I'm here. I tend to speak in the third person, but I am here and I'm here to critique, and when I do so, it's always going to be my honest feedback, my take on the situation. So I'm not going to be biased. It definitely have to be a good look for a dancehall highlight, because at the end of the day, whether we may not like certain things that Vybz Kartel, you know, does, you know, having a feature with Chris Brown, you know, given the fact that, you know, I personally don't like, you know, the song per se, the whole combination with him and Chris Brown, it does seem like, it just seemed that there wasn't, you know, it wasn't a full combination. It's like when you try to mix two ingredients together and them just separate like island water type of thing. So, for me, it wasn't, you know, for the feature in itself, it wasn't the best I've heard. But however, we know that it's Chris Brown. We know it's Chris Brown again. We know it's Chris Brown. So I'm not surprised that it would be #1 on the, you know, on the R&B Soul Apple Music. I mean, I haven't personally checked that, so I would have to fact check you on that. I don't want to agree and be like, oh, it's not the case. I can only be skeptic, Gaza Boss, because the last time Siobhan was over here, well, not the last time, but one of the time he was over here, he tried to convince me that Victoria was at some #1 spot on some platform or some, you know, I think it was on iTunes. And when I checked, it was far from that. It wasn't even in the top 10. So definitely have to fact check where that is concerned. But if that's the case, you know, congratulations. Kudos to both parties. I mean, that's Chris Brown, but because Vybz Kartel is on the feature, of course, you know, he's gonna benefit from that. So it's a good moment for dancehall. It has to be a good moment for dancehall. Vybz Kartel is a dancehall artist, and he win whenever he wins, dancehall wins. So I'll just leave it at that. Gaza Boss.
Vybz Kartel and Niger collaboration. More of to see that. Yeah, man. Give my strength right there. So at least the two want to give each other strength. Because we can't.
Yo, you're glad to correct yourself still, because in a love talk we're giving people strength right now. And based on how we see it, anybody give anybody strength right now. You know, see a Niger boy wouldn't give Vybz Kartel strength. So I wonder about the foolishness right there. So, but I'm glad that you clarify. Glad to clarify.
And to little Niger boy thing, you know. No. Because Niger boy more talented than enough of them boy out there, you know. Yeah, man. But without a doubt, Niger boy show up enough of them pan all already, man. Me not tell no lie. Niger boy song, but Niger boy song, pan the Ilan Gold rhythm, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Me not tell no lie. But I'm going to tell the truth as me tell you. Chronic class song, totally fuckery.
Yeah, definitely gonna re-listen to the Niger Boy. I don't know if me too highly anticipating the song, and then when me hear it, me just like me never like it all that much. But me definitely I will give it a listening ear, and then me can come back and talk about it. You know, I don't know if me can trust Spoonie on this one, but me trust Niger Boy. I know say me trust Spoonie, you know. Me trust Niger Boy, so we go listen to the song again and then give a bigger critique on the song. But first listening never really connect for me. So hopefully second time is the charm.
Totally fuckery. Right name, Kill and Gully. We couldn't do without that. yo, we couldn't do without that song. Yeah, man. We couldn't do without that song there. You see me I say? Cause like me say, when me see Chronicle preview the song, you know, me I say, all right. You might got gun? All right. Let me see versatility pan already. I mean, in a gun thing. And when I do listen to the song, when I did listen to the song, total.
Yeah, never like that at all. Mellz, best you check out that information. Gaza always lying and try small up the artist. Yeah, that's how they tend to do, Tariq. But me glad how, cause me got hey, me say me I go put him in place, you know, because them love talk about how them give, you know, Cartel give artists strength, right? So not be surprised by them if you hear them say, oh, Cartel give Chris Brown strength. Me I tell you, I saw them go to work. Don't be surprised by that at all. They will say it. They definitely will get it. They will say it rather, because you're very famous for doing those things. Love compare other artists and small on other artists to make Vybz Kartel look big.
Fucker. It's just the truth. But hey, Chronicle a bad artist still. But that one, yeah, he miss on that one, yeah. He totally miss on that one, yeah. Yeah, man. Totally miss on that one, yeah. But hey, that's my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. What is your opinion? Do you think the same as I? But every day above ground is a blessing.
All right, Spoonie, got you in a Spoonhead. Spoonhead, so what you think about that one? Spoonie say, yo, what you think? You say, was I? All right, Spoonie, me agree with you on that one, but the 2.5, the Spoonhead, boy, I feel like you're over exaggerate on a 2.5. At least 1.5, you could have gave the man song, bro, a 5, but a 2.5, yo, that shit is low to the floor. But guys, in another note, you know, yo, like guys, the man in my robot footer hype over the iShow Speed comments that he made, and I have another video introducing, you know, see Spoonhead a little bit tonight, you know, because Spoonhead out live and active, you know. But footer hype come out and him run out one at a time, and he had a few things to say about footer hype based on, you know, some footer hype live for the controversy. And we know that Speed was here a couple days ago. Yeah, a couple days ago he was here. And you know, again, when everybody tend to go left, footer go right. When everybody go right, footer go left, because I guess he lives for that controversy. And I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but sometimes those opinions can be somewhat silly, and people are not really here for it, and people just kind of push back on those opinions, and that's how we have debates and things like that. So yeah, we have Spoon to kind of like chime into the whole footer hype saga based on, and the saga still continues, by the way, in terms of based on the whole footer hype statement. So take a look here based on Spoonhead here, what he has to say with the whole saga. Hold on. All right, guys. I am aware that I need to unshare and I need to share again. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to share again, because StreamYard tend to do this thing where I don't know if because the video has been sitting for a minute or so, or when I say a minute, sitting for a little while, it tends to remove the sound from it. So I have to like refresh. So let's do this one more time, guys. Hold on. Let me check in with the chat. Chat on the good and the quiet over here. Though footer hype always put himself in a batty argument, Mellz. I don't know, like, bro, like you like this man is something else. I don't know where I'm come from, bro. He's just different. Me can't tell you about footer hype.
video. I'm see where footer hype talk about Aisha Speed. So I'm see where footer hype say him see where Jamaica society is lack of so much self-value. Yeah. Footer hype came out and he said him see where Jamaica lack self-value, self-worth. Just because him see the people them are run behind Aisha Speed, you know. Footer hype came out and say him see where Jamaicans lack self-value / self-worth. Just because him see the people them are run behind Aisha Speed. The man asks the next question and say, what is Aisha Speed claim to fame? Yo, you can't make them thing up, you know? You can't make them thing up. The man go as far as for ask, what is Aisha Speed claim to fame? So chat.
Yeah. You know, we have to do research, guys. We cannot be out here so naive. I don't know if it was sarcasm or whatnot on footer hype side, but we just have to be very you know, very informative. That's what I would say. You know, if it's a case where it's not on the topic of sarcasm type of thing, but we have to be very informative, know who we are dealing with. It's like somebody would come out here and be like, oh, you know, who the hell is Michael Jackson? Who the hell do you think you are? And people look at me like, girl, are you nuts? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Type of thing. So again, I'm not saying that Aisha Speed is Michael Jackson. That's not what I'm saying. Or in the level of Michael Jackson, but I'm just making a comparison because this guy is a top streaming personnel in the United States, right? And he has done a whole African tour, and that tour was that was a beautiful tour, and he chose to do a Caribbean tour. People are touring, so like, you know, it pays zero to get yourself informed before you turn on your live, go on people, you know, go into people faces and just start be a fuckery and act stupid and act silly and act naive.
You know, she says a waste man that. You can't make them thing out. You know, she say, foot type is a total waste man. Eh? The man asks, what is Aisha Speed claim to fame? the question I would ask a man like a footer hype, what is his claim to fame? Eh? People, myself, I have been to 24 different countries around the world, right? And I can tell you this. Prince, how did you reach there? Okay. I tend to watch content creators.
As in you're Spooner that telling him claim to fame. Spooner tell us that 24 countries, you know, go through Spooner.
Black content creators who travel the world to certain countries, right? People like Aisha Speed and other simple people like myself who are content creators, who are black, to certain countries just to see how that country react to people like us as skin color. So Aisha Speed is a...
And it's not even about reaction too. That's on the topic of, I think Spooner is taking too long to get to his point there, but I think he will get there eventually, maybe in a few business days. But just to kind of like bring apart on a very, very important point, you know, seeing somebody doing a tour, right? Whether it's a European tour, whether it's a Caribbean tour, whether it's an African tour, whatever. Do you know how convenient it is to be able to sit at home, wherever you are in the world, be able to pick up your phone and see, all right, then, this person's going to be traveling here, there, and there, right? So it puts you in a position to know, maybe not a lot, but kind of have an idea of what that country is about, the vibe and the people and things like that. So versus, you know, I remember like back in the day when I used to sell reservations back in the day, you know, being in hospitality, and there's a lot of times where you try to sell people, you know, a property, or you try to sell people a destination, and they just want to have it. And one of the first things that they would ask you, hey, have you ever been there? What can you tell me about this? Because people don't want to spend their money and not have a good time, right? They want to spend their money and know that, all right, then when I go to these places, I'm going to have the time of my life, right? It's an emotional type of thing. So just imagine, in this case that we're speaking, Speed is, of course, he puts on his tour and he's going to these different places, and you are there, you're able to get that full-on experience to see what that place is like. A whole heap of people now probably was considering maybe to go to the Dominican Republic, who can say, all right, then over there seems fun and seems nice, so now I'll be able to book my trip finally. Same thing with Jamaica, what we're definitely seeing. It does a lot for tourism, guys. It's not about running behind people. We need to understand that we have to learn how to think multidimensional and not just one way, right? And we know that we Jamaican people tend to have this sometimes this communjin. Well, my granny would have said communjin, this communjin thing about us where it not that serious, where we have to take it so off the spectrum for no reason whatsoever. So why me no know?
Content creator who has a niche, who has certain niche. People fell in love with this young man. See? When the money are upon him.
I don't know about the falling in love part, but I can definitely talk about that. People really appreciate what he does, and who knows, right? Maybe there was some pun intended there, but people really love what he does. People love what he does. People love the content he creates. Again, millions upon millions of streams, that he has, and people are watching 24/7, see what's up, see what's going on, and he's making a shit ton, a load of money for doing that. So for Footer Hype to ask, claim to fame, come on, Footer Hype, you need to do better than that, bro. You need to do way better than that.
Live, you have all 1 million people, you have hundreds of thousands of people, and watch a man like Aisha Speed. Talk no man, people, man. There are people out there who want to be the next Aisha Speed. Just like how a man like a Footer Hype thinking of himself, say, him are the best selector. You might have some youth out there might tell themselves, say, them want to be the next Footer Hype. So when mean, what is Aisha Speed claim to fame? Yo, you can't get no more bad mind than that, Yo, you can't get no more bad mind than that. Him worse, Footer Hype worse than the girl who just left Jamaica when named Zoe. That's what she named? Zoe, whatever she named, the white girl. Footer Hype worse than the man. Worse than her. Yeah, man. Footer Hype is worse than that young lady who just left Jamaica when named Zoe. Travel with Zoe or something like so. Because how can you ask what is Aisha Speed claim to fame? So your friend Sean Paul, you see ma do him thing with Aisha Speed. What would you say about a Sean Paul? Would you say that your friend Shaggy is lack self-value? Because Shaggy is there. Shaggy is there with Aisha Speed, showing him around, letting him have a great time. Movado, do not be back friend with this man.
Yo, me say, hey, Spooner can jack people in the cascas, you see, man. Oh, you stay so. Right? Oh, you stay so. All right, but big up to Spooner, big up to Spooner. Very rare we can see eye to eye as far as certain things is concerned. But definitely agree to with him here based on Footer Hype. Yeah, overdo that one. Yeah, you definitely overdo on this one here. Again, the controversy it sells, and I think he knows that, and he knows how to get the people all roaded up type of thing. But again, it's not a run back a type of thing, and we need to stop that, because sometimes people tend to make it seem like, oh, we're frightened while we're running back up, but that's not the case, guys. That's not the case, and we need to cut it out. Speaking of people and speaking of Jamaica making progress, as I Show Speed left the island or departed the island 2 days ago, J Progress seemed to have a proud moment with the visitation of I Show Speed. Here is a video of J Progress, of course, with a few words regarding the I Show Speed visiting Jamaica. Let me see if I need to refresh. Here we go.
This I got hurt enough country feelings in the Caribbean, but me have to tell you the truth. Jamaica just the best. We don't have to accept it. No, we don't have nothing to prove to nobody, you know. I Show Speed do a Caribbean tour. And me not lie, a lot of Caribbean country get some top ratings. But when it come down to it, Jamaica are the best. You don't have to understand something about Jamaica.
Yeah, there are definitely some countries that get some top rating. Trinidad, they did get them their props. They did get them props because when I watched the Trinidad version, there were props that was given over there. There were certain I think there were certain things that was given but had to be taken back after what was said. You know, as the tour progressed, I think there was, you know, some food conversation over there that, you know, they had to take back as far as Trinidad is concerned. And when I say take back, as far as, you know, there's certain titles, or we can say a certain rank that was given, that was taken away. One thing I noticed though, that Speed did have a very, very good time in the DR, and I'm not surprised by DR. Like DR, definitely I've been to DR before, and like DR, some of the best moments in my life was over there. Really, 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 some really, really good moments over there with some really, really close friends, and it was a whole vibe. So definitely was a whole vibe. And then transition into Jamaica, I think we just kind of like went a little bit more on steroids there. So you know, big up to Jamaica again, and let's just hear what J Progress have to say.
Jamaica no like stay last. Jamaica no deal with loss. And Jamaica always want to be the best. And Jamaica is very competitive. So there is no way I Show Speed would have gone to all of you Caribbean islands. And when him like from when him not like, I don't think say Jamaica ain't go prepare. Jamaica outdo it. Jamaica go beyond when anyone want to do that do.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed as well. You know, with us Jamaicans, we the food conversation, you know, we have to win in at the food conversation. One thing I did notice though, like one at a time, and I know it seemed like I Show Speed like him eat too much food, and it just seemed like, you know, more food was just being not necessarily forced on him, but he was just like getting more things to try and stuff like that. And I think perhaps he didn't want to be rude. Man, I know, like it seemed like him that eat a whole heap of patty, you know, one at the time them, and then one at the time it's like him belly it start hurt him. But I mean, it was a whole vibe. But then to J Progress, I definitely agree with him. Super, super competitive. Jamaicans, you know, we're for that. And there's nowhere we're going to watch and see what's going on in the other car. It's a tour. It's a tour, guys. It is a tour. It is a tour. It is a tour. And we cannot not pay attention to the things that's been said in other countries' visits, how they've been propped up and how nice things are said. And we don't want the same thing for ourselves. We want the same, and we want we want the same, and we want, you know, even better things to be said about us. So yes, we are highly competitive, and because we're highly competitive, we want to win at whatever that we do. So I definitely agree with J Progress, you know, with this one. And again, it's a tour, it is a tour, it's a tour. We cannot stress that enough, that it is a tour. And because it's a tour, Jamaica is in the tour, and we cannot look stupid out here. We're highly competitive, so we have to put our best foot forward, and that's exactly what we did. Like, me not see nothing wrong with that. We can't tell people off the act. We're not dictators in Jamaica, where we got grown up the people them and tell them, say, listen, we're getting and this is how we want you to act and how you to be. People are gonna behave accordingly. Mind you, we'll have some frightened Friday and some frightened Tuesday and some frightened Thursdays, but at the same time, right, we can't tell people off the act and how to behave, right? So again, you know, it's a good look. Shinzi Lamarta in the building. Big up yourself, Shinzi Lamarta. Thank you for that fabulous super chat on the live for tonight. Some of my best moments in life was in DR as well. As a FBA member, the women there are so generous and kind. All right, that's nice of you to share, Shinzilla Marta. Yeah, I really had some very good moments in DR. Like, oh my goodness, like some really good moments. I have some friends from Jamaica. Like sometimes like when we talk on the phone and we just talk about DR and we're like, yo, remember our DR moments? Some really good moments over there. And and like you said, some kind, generous people over there. Not just that, but the women over there, they are beautiful. There's some beautiful women over there. Probably kind of sound like a red card moment. All right, let me take that back. But yeah, like the people them over there, they're really nice over there. We can't speak for everybody because there are certain controversy like surrounding DR, which I don't want to get into. But was some really good moments over there. Some even 40 USD. Some really good moments over there, and it's really moments worth celebrating, and this moment just talk about and just reminiscing on. But big up yourself, Shinzilla Marta. Thank you for that fabulous super chat. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining the live for tonight. Big up yourself, Shinzilla Marta. Thank you for that fabulous super chat. Again, it's greatly appreciated. All right, guys. All right. Moving along, guys. Let's continue with Jay Progress.
I sure Speed get more than Wayne if he get when him come to Jamaica. Jamaica push the bar too high. Jamaica just the best. Trinidad, Puerto Rico, Dominica Republic, St. Kitts and Nevis, Barbados, Bermuda, all of these Caribbean countries. You have to just understand. Jamaica is the best. We don't just have Jamaica as the capital of the Caribbean like it is, and just always, we don't get a big ratings. We don't compare, just know. Jamaica is...
Yo, hey, all of the people that was saying this, yo, like, this is just crazy. Yo, we're not easy, no, we're not easy at all. The way we put together, hey, some comments, guys, I'm going to read out there. Me weak to the floor. Oh my god! Hey, if you wake up one of the time and I be Jamaican, me I tell us, say, boy, what a nightmare that. But just go back to sleep. For us to wake up and not being Jamaican, like, are you crazy? Like, me see this lady, she commented about waking up and not being wait, she didn't say wake up, but she said like just if she wasn't Jamaican, should have not stop choke herself. I'm like, girl, like. Me I tell you, like, what a blessing, people, to be Jamaican. What a blessing. What a blessing. Big up to the island Jamaica. It was a good look. It was a good look. It was a good look. Really good look.
It's the best in the Caribbean. And will always be. And we don't have no competition because no, we know. No, we know. We don't have to just understand. Jamaica now come last. Them not deal with that. And Jamaica does have something where our own Jamaica have in the Caribbean. That's one thing. And if we not talk about vibes and food and this and that, come on, no. Come on, no. Really? It have to be Jamaica. Believe.
Boy, I love how J Progress run out with that one here, but not one lie was told here. I mean, just understand to everybody else. Like, can you imagine just Trinidad just be looking on and be like, yo, because there are some haters over there. Like, guys, I'm telling you, some haters over there. Guys, I've been to, I don't party as I used to. I don't party as I used to. But I mean, back in the day, in my 20s when I used to like party and stuff like that. I used to go to a lot of Caribbean parties and stuff, and like these Trinidadians, they've been doing a whole lot. They've been doing way too much, yo. So like, I just can imagine like how they're feeling being online and just seeing those comments and just being trolled by Jamaicans. Like, I'm telling you, they've been doing too much. But guys, just fall in line, Jamaicans are Jamaicans, and we just keep moving forward, but one love, we say one love, but just understand that we are the you know, the crop, the crop, or the cream of the crop of the Caribbean type of thing. All right, guys. All right. Big up again to J Progress for that one. Really enjoyed that short snippet of him talking about the whole ordeal, guys. And just in case that you miss what have had ever, you know, the internet in a frenzy as far as the whole footer hype saga, take a look just in case you probably didn't see it, based on just to share some words. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but just to have an idea, just some snippets from footer hype, you know, pertaining to you know, I Show Speed visiting Jamaica. Take a look, guys, and hear what he had to say. uh Just refreshing my screen because here we go.
I don't think Jamaican people realize who they are. The modern set of Jamaica people them.
Yeah, Shinzi them dark out for true, man. Me tell you, say like what you put them not like we. And funny enough, I have some, maybe not a lot, but I have like a handful of Trini friends. I have a handful of Trini friends, but what I can tell you about the Trinis, bro, they really do know how to party. They really know how to party, and they drink a lot. All of them, all of my Trini friend them, they drink a lot, and they know how to party. They know how to stay up, type of thing. Um, I remember last summer, you know, we went, you know, me and a couple of them, you know, we went out. We went out on a boat, on a boat ride, and I can tell you, drink, 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 drink. So they do know how to party. I'll give them that. They know how to party. They know how to have a good time. They really do know how to. But I'm telling you, when you book upon the ones and we are real haters, I'm telling you, they'll hate all their life. I'm telling you, hate all their life.
I don't think them understand who them is and what value they carry. Not how much money you have in.
As me start that video, I don't know why me have to hear Footer I cannot do something about him alarm him smoke detector. Bro, all you need for do, just buy yourself couple 9-volt battery, bro, and just put it in the smoke detector. Yo, or call somebody to change that shit out. Yo, me hate got people yard and just hear this fucking smoke detector just make being nice. Like, come on, bro. Like, do better than that. And you talk about value. Bro, you lose value right now by the fucking smoke detector make be nice of people ears.
Because people tend to think everything is about the money where you're holding in your hand. The money where you're holding in your hand has no value without you holding that money. Money have zero value without human energy. The paper where you call money is invalid. I don't think Jamaican people of nowadays understand the value of their existence. I don't think Jamaican people now understand the value of how we live, the way we live that they call culture. When we say we are protect the culture, we never say we are protect the money we're in our pocket, you know. We are protect
Guys, I've been talking on mute. Oh my God. Talking on mute. Oh my God. And I looked down and I just realized. All right, guys. So, again, it's kind of like, weird how he's talking about preserving of the music, because when you say preserving of the music, what exactly does that mean when you preserve the music? Because preserving the music doesn't mean that you're just gonna lock it, preserve the culture rather. Preserving the culture doesn't mean that you're gonna lock it away and just like not do anything with it or act like it doesn't exist. The same way when it comes to Bob Marley. Bob Marley dead how much years now? Like how much years now Bob Marley dead? And what we do is we preserve the music. So preserving the music, what does that mean? What does that look like? So versus acting like the music doesn't exist, it's timeless and it lives on. So we have people from all walks of life can relate to the music, love the music, buy the music still each and every day and can relate to it. So it's the same when it comes to the Jamaican culture. It is something yes to be preserved, but in what way? It does not mean that we're going to turn people away from it. But what we're going to choose to do is to wear it with a sense of pride. So when people want to be a part of it, we're going to do our utmost best to show them the culture and let them know that, show them why we are the best. The same way we know that based on the fact that I Show Speed was here, and we tend to a lot of food was a part of the whole ordeal, because we know to have the best food, if not the best freaking food in the world. And that's just that. And just be for real. Like Jamaica is easily top ranked amongst the best food, in the world. And I can say probably the best food in the world. Talk about it's not it's just a Jamaican thing. And we can ask ourselves, all right then, but there's other Caribbean countries. What make other Caribbean country so different? What make their food so it's just different? The spices, right? The spices, the preparation, the love, everything that we put into it. So this tour was to prove that point as well, and the music and the dance, and we saw that. So I mean, I understand where foot I talk about, because it don't make one drop of sense where he must say whatsoever.
How we live, that has become a commodity for interest to other human beings. So in order for that experience of how we live, they spend money. Enough people don't understand that, You don't have the money.
Only if people would come out and talk their business. I believe if people would come out and talk their business, a lot of people could literally tell you that they are already, because of perhaps seeing I Show Speed video, they are already booking their flights to come to Jamaica already. Remember, it just so happened the man come at a prominent, let me just say it again, a prominent time of the year in May, early May, where summer is around the corner. And we know people love to visit Jamaica in the nice summertime, just so the beautiful sunshine and the beaches and whatnot. Perfect time to come to Jamaica, right? So if people could have really taught them business, would have really understand. So because maybe the little clip in there, the little video, the little tour where I Show Speed up, tourism booming. And if somebody that second guess themselves and say, boy, maybe if I go to Jamaica, maybe not to go to Jamaica, this would have sealed the deal. So for the hype again, Papa, make what you say make sense, because it now make no sense to me whatsoever. I can't see through what you say.
Money. But the person with the money is so interested in your life, how you live, how you consume, how you operate, how you build, how you think, how you party, how you talk, how you all of that, how you play ball, how you run. You are the credit. You are the product. You are the value. Not the money when you're in your hand. You are the entity of value. Jamaica people don't know that. As of late, I notice Jamaican people, they are striving to be a part of. They are not striving to be the point of reach. Them not try to live to be the example where everybody want. Nowadays, Jamaican people just want to be a part of a particular congregation. I want to be a part of a particular movement. And
there's no movement, there's no congregation, right? It's just a tour, footer hype, and it's really not that serious. And you're making it to be something serious, and it's really not that serious, in all honesty. And like you've been talking for a little while, and not what you say, make no sense so far. And I guess you want to push back, and you want to be the one to say no when everybody is saying yes, right? And vice versa, right? But me cannot see through like all of the gibberish and all of what you're saying, right? But my two pieces, my sense on it, right? Like, based on what you're saying that having having self value is great, but you're talking about, for all of a sudden you're talking about the whole context of what exactly is being used as far as the self value is concerned. All I see here, based on what I show speed is doing, is that sense of good hospitality. Well, Jamaican people rather, to I show speed is just a good hospitality. We are very hospitable people. So we know he's having a tour. We know he's coming to Jamaica. Of course, we're gonna show up and we're gonna show out. So we are getting a visitor, and we just prepped for it. That's all there was. Like, show up and we show out. So you said everything else except for the competitive Jamaica. You know that when it comes to Jamaica, we are we are competitive people. So again, other countries cannot get showcase and a highlight and a get big up, and we just come and just blah and rate. We don't, we're not like that. So the Jamaica that love to win at whatever they do, see Jamaica that, and that you need to talk about. So again, this is a tour, a Caribbean tour, and we could not have shown up in any anyhow. We just have to make sure that we show up and we show out. And again, to question this young man claim to fame, again, that is just very ridiculous. It's not that deep and it's not that serious. So what should we have done? So maybe we should ask you, Futa, like, what should we have done? What should we have done when I Show Speed came to Jamaica? What should we have done? Since you tend to have all the answers, and you always know the right direction to go, and we just always tend to go left, and we tend to seem like we don't have no sense, or we just do too much, or we frighten a Friday. What should we have done? Right? We should have turn away Speed and not welcome him. What would that have looked like for the country if that was the case? Right? Because for tourism, we know what stream is about. I don't think for you to come and turn on and go live, you should have some sort of knowledge as far as stream and what streaming does. So for Speed to literally turn, go live and turn on his stream and stream these different countries, what a highlight these countries have gotten, boosting in tourism. So people are reacting live to what is happening, right? And this ship alone brings attention to the islands. Not even just bring it to Jamaica alone, to the islands, right? So Futa, you lack understanding for basic reasoning as far as this video is concerned, and you keep asking. You want to know. Go research and stop acting silly, because it's a tour. It's a Caribbean tour. And if you genuinely don't know Futa hype, you should have done your research. So how are we comparing Sean Paul, and how are we comparing Shaggy, right? And how do we know that sponsorship and those things are not been given? Because at some point in your conversation, you made it seems about like, the money and Sean Paul and Shaggy and all of these things, where it's literally it's just trivial stuff that you're bringing up. Trivial stuff. And that is correct, Shinzi. To everybody's point, that's exactly what we're seeing. Just real bad mind Futa hype, just being blatantly bad mind. That's all there is to it, because I not see how you can just run out and just make such negative comments as far as the tour is concerned. And if it's not your thing, it's just not your thing, but other people are into it, right? And people are making money out of this thing. This is a career for a lot of people. You are doing something similar by turning on your live, and people are streaming based on what you have to say when you go on live. It's just that his streaming is a little bit more technical, it's a bit more, it's on the wide mainstream. So Foota Hype, I don't know, it's just not your day. But they say that every dog has its day. I'm not calling you a dog, but this is just not your day. This is not your conversation. What you should have really done was just to keep quiet and not say anything and just keep it moving. And again, if this is not your thing, it's just not your thing. If it's not your cup of tea, it's just not your cup of tea. But I really don't like the whole conversation surrounding just the negative vibe and make it seem like, oh, we should have just turned up our nose at this opportunity and not taking this opportunity, as my granny would have said, holding the bull by its horn. I just don't agree with you based on what you had to say regarding this whole tour thing. Again, it's not that deep. It's really, really not that deep. And I think we just take certain things a little bit too serious. But again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You were entitled to yours, Foota Hype. I'm entitled to mine, and it was just crazy work. Crazy the way how you run out and you just make this a whole thing. And just, you push back and you hold your grounds. People pushing back having their grounds based on how they feel regarding the whole situation. And we're just not happy with what you had to say there. That could have been kept to yourself. That didn't have to hit a mainstream media, because again, trivial stuff you came up with, trivial points. It's like you come to a popo a show with a knife, with a little butter knife, and your argument just did not stick, and it just was so irrelevant. Again, we don't care about, let me not say we don't care, but it's not even getting into what we know I Show Speed, what he's perhaps into behind closed door or his personal life. Not talking about his personal life, but talking about his impact in the in the Black community as a Black man, to be able to uplift the youths in a sense where him doing certain things and it's becoming impactful, where other people, other men or other girls or other women want to go out and do the same thing. Traveling the world, oh my God, that's such a beautiful thing. Traveling the world, knowing new places, knowing new people, and just bringing people along with them, millions of people along with them, so they can see and partake in the greatness. So again, just a long ass video for the iPad there, but I won't again go through the entire thing. Just want to play a little snippet from the video based on his conversation, and probably still have not gotten into his mainstream points again, but probably going to take him about 4 or 5 business days probably to get through his main points. But again, just strictly nonsense, really not really unimportant type of thing, and we're just not here for that. So again, it's been a night, guys. It's been a night, and here just having a whole conversation a conversation surrounding what's just happening in the space. We talk about Spice earlier, we talk about Malidon, and we talk about, of course, Masicka inside the Masicka universe. And that's a little bit of what was happening in the space. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. Even if you are not a mother but you're an aunt like myself, just big up to each and every one. If you guys who are listening, big up to the mothers. Mothers, big up on yourself. And again, big up to everyone who took the time to pass through tonight, guys. Almost 2 hours in the live, and I think we're able to, we can end it there on that note of just having that conversation where Foota Hype is concerned, as we put that I Show Speed chapter to a close. Again, saw where he posted about the tour. and was a lot of people who was just gravitate into it. Probably almost close to what, a million, almost close to 1 million likes in 2 hours. So big up to him. Shinzi Lamarta say you want be a mother, let me know. Ha ha ha. Shinzi, you're so kind. You're so funny though. But yeah, big up to each and everyone who who took the time to pass through today, and big up yourself, Shinzi Lamarta. Thank you for your continuous support. Thank you for passing through tonight, Shinzi. It was greatly appreciated. Big up yourself, and big up to Just Skinny. Big up yourself, Just Skinny. Thank you for passing through tonight. Let's see who else we have here in the chat. Tariq, big up yourself, Tariq Banks. Thank you for passing through. Thank you for always having a conversation. Greatly appreciate you, Tariq Banks. Gaza Boss, big up your himself. I must admit, Gaza Boss, you're probably one of the most calmest, calmest, maybe a little, let me just hit that. Probably one of the most calmest, well-structured Gaza person I've spoken to in a while. Pop up in my comment section. So big up yourself, Gaza Boss. Love how you keep it respectful and just kind of like bring your conversation and your thoughts to to the comment section, even though we may not agree on the same side of the coin in some situations, as far as European Gaza and I represent for the one side. Wireless Crocodile, big up yourself also. Wireless Crocodile was in the building. Big up yourself, Wireless Crocodile. It's always a pleasure when you pass through. Fully Torture was also in the building. Big up yourself, Fully Torture. Thank you for passing through. Big up your damn self. It's always a pleasure being here. And thank you for your continuous support, Fully Torture. And thank you for always being here. Great Normal was also in the building. Great Normal, big up yourself. Thank you for your continuous support. And thank you for always being here as well. DL Tacha was also in the building. Big up yourself, DL Tacha. Thank you for passing through earlier, and thank you for being here tonight. Who else am I missing? Scrolling all the way through, we also had Jermaine Vendetta in the building as well. Big up yourself, Jermaine. We also had Untouchable in the building as well. Big up yourself, Untouchable. We also had a One Side Place in the building as well. Big up to one and all, guys. It was an absolute pleasure to spending some time with you guys, just having a whole conversation. Big up to one and all. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Have yourself a great night, guys.